Right, hi guys. Okay, so this is your puppet making video, which hopefully will give you all the information you need to make your own puppet. Here are my puppets. I'm just going to show you the basic part of it. So here we go. So your puppet needs to have big eyes that are half a sphere and clear black dots for the eyes. This is so that they pop on screen when you're singing. It also needs to be able to open the mouth fully, okay? So really wide open mouth. That's really important for the performance as well, okay? These puppets are really, really easy to make. This one is made from a sock with polystyrene sphere cut in half for eyeballs, and then I've got little black pins, like drawing pins, for eyes. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to make the basic sock puppet in this video. Let's get going. Now, the first half of the video is to show you how to make your basic sock. Okay, your basic sock puppet. So I'm just going to talk to you about exactly what you will need to make this basic puppet. Ignore the nose, I've started decorating this one. Okay, I'm just going to show that on screen. So I've started decorating it with the teeth and the nose. But the most important thing is the sock and the eyes and the eyeballs. Okay, fantastic. So here we go. Get rid of those. First of all, you will need all of this stuff for your basic puppet. You will need some kind of circle dotty stickers that you can colour in black or that are already black, or whatever works for you. Okay, you will need those for the eyeballs. I have found that a black circle of some kind works best and pops best when on camera. Okay, so you will need that. That is number one for your basic puppet. Number two, you will need either a ping pong ball or a polystyrene sphere. Now, you can order your own, but I ordered a load of ping pong balls because Amazon would only let me order a massive load. I have 50 in here. So if you want to come and get your one ping pong ball, I am perfectly happy to donate a ball to your cause. Right, so you will need your ping pong ball or your sphere, which I've actually cut in half already, this one. Okay, lovely. You will then need a piece of corrugated cardboard. Just cut it off, you know, an old box. Reuse, recycle, reduce, brilliant. Okay, it does need to be corrugated card or similar, just thick card, because the mouth, it's for the mouth and it needs to be strong when you're opening and closing your mouth. Okay, so you need your card, and then you need a colourful sock. Your sock could be stripy, spotty, could have golden snitches all over it, whatever. In Sainsbury's they sell these brightly coloured socks at the moment, so if you're stuck for a brightly coloured sock, absolutely brilliant, loads of colours. Here we go, look. Ha-ha! Loads of them. Meep. Okay, so that's what you need to make the puppet, and then you will need the following equipment. You will need either a hot glue gun or similarly strong glue. It could be wood glue, it could be super glue, although I'm wary with super glue because it glues things so quickly, including your fingers. So I'm wary of that, to be honest, but hot glue gun works brilliantly if you want to make it quickly, and wood glue if you are happy to be a little more patient. I'm using hot glue so that I can get this video done quickly for you guys and you get quick results so you can see how it comes together. So you will need a hot glue gun, number one. All this is in your instruction manual as well. Now, this is a bit odd. You can do a square template, but I am using this square box to draw around for my mouth, okay? It is 8 centimetres by 8 centimetres, roughly that size, guys. It's okay if it's 7 by 7, it's okay if it's 9 by 9, but really you need the mouth to be quite big, and this is what you're going to use to make your cardboard mouth. So a box or the ability to make a square to draw around. All right, fantastic. You will need a fine liner pen. Okay, that's very important. You might need a pencil, have one to hand. You will need scissors, make sure they're sharp and they're okay to cut through material. You will need a scalpel blade, or even better, a Stanley knife. Please, when you are using these, get an adult, somebody who is over 18 to help you, okay? It is very, very important that you've got someone supervising you when you are using these extremely sharp tools which can cut off fingers, okay? Be careful. All right, you'll need a ruler. That was the only ruler I could find this morning. I've got a brilliant stash of rulers, but I found a flimsy, rubbishy, little plasticky one, and frankly, that's fine, that's all you need really. Okay, lovely. I've got a little Posca pen, which is a paint pen, which is black, but you could also use a felt tip pen or anything else, and that is if you are needing to colour in white circular stickers, which is what I've done, but yeah, that's, you know, extra. And you will need a cutting mat. Very, very important. I irritated Charlie early in the week by cutting a hole in my tablecloth. Whoopsie. Okay? I irritated myself, come to that. Okay, so don't do what I did. Use a cutting mat. Alright? Fantastic. Right, on to the strange stuff. You will need something to stretch your sock over. Okay? This is a thermos flask. Sock stretches over it. Absolutely brilliant. Okay? Or Pringle pot works really well, or something similar, okay? So it's a very odd piece of equipment, but it is essential for this puppet making, trust me. All right, fantastic. Right then, let's choose a colour. What colour haven't I done yet? Let's have, I think I want lime, do I want lime green? Oh my goodness, Zoe, make a decision. So, lime green it is. I've got both socks, okay, because one of them I am going to roll up like this, okay? Believe it or not, this is an essential part of your puppet making. Put that to the side, don't need that yet. Okay, with my other sock, this is the mistake I made the other day, guys, when I was filming this, okay? I was filming it very late at night and I made a couple of mistakes. And this was one of them. I forgot to turn my sock inside out. Turn your sock inside out before you start gluing the mouth to your puppet. It needs to be inside out. The other thing you will need to do, which I will show you on the close-up camera, is to stretch your sock so that the heel is on the top, okay? And so that the seam is where the mouth is going to be, okay? When socks come, I'll show you with another one, when socks come brand new, they come folded so that the heel is at the side and that the mouth, the toe, is like across that way. So you need to pull it and fan it out so that it is the right way around. That's really, really important. I feel like I'm on Blue Peter. It was always a dream of mine to be a Blue Peter presenter. Okay, so there we are. So puppet is ready to go, and first thing we're going to do is make the mouth. Okay, so for the mouth, you will need your piece of card, and you will need to be creating two squares that are next to each other like semi-detached houses. Right, so you can see I've already cut one out of here. Here we go. I'm going to line my cardboard box up and draw around it. And then, like a semi-detached house, I'm going to stick one side of the cardboard box to my drawn cardboard box and draw around it again, therefore creating two squares that are joined. I am going to cut around the edge, but not along here. This is your scoring line. Here we go. So, scalpel blade, ruler. When you are using a scalpel blade, hold it so that your index finger presses down on the top of the blade, not on top of the metal, but on top of the safety catch here, and then hold the rest of it like a pencil. Always move your cardboard around, not your body, okay? Don't be afraid to move your cardboard and your mat around, because you must always cut away from your body, okay? Don't make things difficult for yourself by cutting towards you here. You can obviously see why the blade is going straight to my stomach, okay? When you are using a ruler to run the blade along, make sure that you press really hard down with more than one finger so that it doesn't go slipping about, okay? Index finger ready to press down, cutting away in that direction. Move your card, not your body. Press down hard, cut away. Move your card around, press down hard, cut away. And it comes apart like butter. Really, really good. Okay, now I'm going to do the scoring line. You cannot unscore a line. Do not press too hard. Okay, press hard on the ruler to hold it in place, but do not press too hard with the blade, okay? Just a little bit will do, guys, okay? And then, hopefully, that should split really nicely along that straight line, but you've still got it attached here, all right? And that has created a really, really malleable mouth that you can actually move really easily. Last thing we're going to do with this is we're going to round the edges off. In fact, I'm going to fold it in half so that I've got the same rounded edges. Whoop! Cardboard like this is so easy to cut. And suddenly you've got a nice rounded mouth that opens and closes, and the scoring line should be on the outside, not the inside of the mouth. Okay, next part then. So this part of the mouth is going to get glued to your sock, which remember you have turned inside out. Okay, do not make my mistake. Okay, so here we go. Like I said, scoring edge on the outside of the mouth, guys. And you get your glue gun. Make sure you've got enough glue in your glue gun. That was a mistake I made earlier. And we are going to go around the edge. Okay, watch your fingers and glue in the middle a little bit as well. Okay, and then we are going to stick our mouth onto our cardboard. Now, be careful, hot glue gun is hot. On the other hand, you have got 2 layers of material here, so frankly, you're unlikely to burn yourself, but you know, use your brain and think, you know, be careful basically, alright? And if it starts to feel too hot, just move your hand out of the way, because glue gun cures on its own. I'm just using this gentle pressure to make sure it's glued really well to the cardboard. And that should have done the trick, basically. Alright, so that's that bit. Incidentally, I'm rather pleased with my glue gun safety tray. It is a baking loaf tin. And then inside, I've got a little cardboard box to catch the drips of the glue gun so I don't get glue on my lovely baking tray. But equally, the glue gun is safely contained in there and is not going to go flying about anywhere and burn anything or drip glue on anything. So I'm rather pleased with that. Be creative, find a good way to keep your glue gun safe. Ta-ha. Right then, so now we need to glue the mouth over the top this way. Whoop, here we go. Glue on cardboard, not on the sock, Zoe. So right round the edge of the cardboard, little bit in the middle, flip it over and press it down. Remember, it will feel warm. If it feels hot, that's different. Move your hand out of the way. If it feels warm, enjoy warming your hands up for a minute. All right, fantastic. Now, I want that to properly cure, okay? So while I do that, I'm going to show you how to cut your ping pong ball in half, okay? This really is something that you need an adult to do, or help you with at the very least, okay? You should not do this on your own. You have been warned, okay? Here is your ping pong ball. Eventually, you are going to end up with 2 semi-spheres, okay? Ping pong balls have they were originally 2 spheres that have been glued together, and you can still see that line very faintly around it. You have to look really, really carefully, okay, but you can still see it. I'm going to get my pen and I'm going to put dots around that central line, okay, about 1 centimetre apart. I'm not drawing a complete black line because I might go wrong and I might get it on the actual eyeball. So just tiny dots, and then if you make a mistake, it's only a tiny dot as opposed to a horrible black line. Okay, I'm just going to hold that to the cam. Oh, can you see that? Not very well. Okay, it's quite tricky to see, but I have now got dots all around the sphere, and that is going to help guide my Stanley knife. Okay, so these are heavy duty, guys. You must hold your ping pong ball over your cutting mat, and you must press quite firmly with your middle finger and your thumb to hold the ping pong ball in place. Then pop the sharp corner of the blade on a dot and push inwards. You will hear a hiss as the air escapes the ping pong ball. You hear that? Pull it out and you'll find that your slit has reached the next dot. Put it back in and go for the following dot. Keep going round. Can you tell I've done this a lot? The first time I did this, it took me ages, okay? Which is why I'm saying if you want to come and collect a couple of half spheres from me, I'm more than happy to give you some, and I've cut them all so they're all ready to go. Up to you. You want to do your own? That's fine. I ordered these ping pong balls on Amazon. I think you can get them from Hobbycraft, but I'm not sure. Ring them up first and check if they've got them in stock. I'm not convinced they have. There we go, guys. Benefits of polystyrene or benefits of ping pong. Ping pong balls are sturdier and don't flake. Polystyrene balls are actually a brighter white, which look cool on camera, but they can dent. I don't know if you can see that line there. That is where it's just dented. Polystyrene balls are much easier to cut. Okay, the blade, a lighter blade, goes through it like butter. Okay, so on the other hand, the polystyrene balls are quite good, and I've used both, and I like both for different reasons. I feel the ping pong balls just look a little bit more professional, which is why I've gone for the ping pong balls for these ones. But honestly, it really doesn't matter. Alright, there you have it. 2 halves of a ping pong ball, and by this point, this baby should be dry. So, and cured. Right, so folding your sock back. It's just like turning a sock inside out. You don't want to turn your cardboard inside out. Okay, you'll see why in a minute. The mouth is there, ready to go. And when you put your hand in that, you can open and close that mouth. All right? Now, there is a problem. The problem is that the sock is holding the cardboard together at the moment. We don't want that, okay? So this is perhaps the hardest part of the making process. You need to hold your mouth open so that the so that the sock is stretched. And then you need to cut away the sock. This is going to cut a hole in your sock. Don't worry, we're going to glue it together. Okay, but it is important that you get rid of that restriction on the mouth. So you have to cut it open. There really is no choice. I kind of sometimes use the blade for the very corner, just to make sure it's really open. Okay, so scissors to start. Scissors are fine, but you might find the very corner is a bit difficult. Okay, so then I'm just using a blade, slicing away, obviously, from my body. And suddenly, cap on blade, safety first, blade where you know it is. Suddenly, your mouth is open beautifully. It opens really, really well. If you stick your hand in there now and have a feel, you will realise how much easier it is to open that mouth. Okay, but we have a problem. It's not a big problem, however. Okay, so we are going to attach the mouth together again. Okay, but we are going to attach it to our card. Okay, the first thing we need to do is on the inside, we need to just cut away any extra material. Okay, this is so that it doesn't get in the way of our gluing. All right, so I've just cut that little strip off that was on the inside there, okay, because this is going to fold over and become a gum. Okay, so I've cut that little bit of material away. I wonder if I can just cut a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, get it out of the way. Trial and error, I learned that the material, the inside material, gets in the way. So I'm just, you know, I think cutting it out of the way is a sensible idea. Here we go then. Right, so that is that bit cut out of the way. I'm going to do the same on the top of the mouth. So I'm going to cut this inside material out of the way. You need the outer material, don't cut the outer material out, the stuff underneath. You need that, you're going to fold it over the top. But the inside you can cut away. Okay, so there we go. Alright, so now that that's nice and neat, we are going to fold our gums over. Okay, so this is the most fiddly part. You need an adult to help you. First start at the outer corner, okay? This is the inside. Start at the outer corner and you're going to fold and glue that in, okay? And you're going to do that with your glue. So you've got this nice, neat, rounded edge. All right, fantastic. After that, you are going to start pulling over your gum material to make your gums, okay? So after that little corner bit, I'm going to put a line of glue along here. Okay. Because I don't want any cardboard showing. Here we go. Fold it in and hold it down. I know I'm doing this on my own, but I have done it about 7 or 8 times now. I strongly urge you to get an adult to help you with this. Okay, fab. There is a little bit showing there. I'm just going to see if I can cover that up. Okay, so now you've got a gum. Happy accident of art. What I love about art is it doesn't always turn out how you want it to, but sometimes things that are even better come out of it. And I kind of love that about the creative process. Okay, so we're going to do this corner. Blob of glue. Stick that corner over the top. Ouch, don't burn yourselves. My brain wasn't engaged then, I didn't notice it was too hot for me. Here we go then, fantastic. So then we are going to start gluing the second gum. So line of glue. And with that line of glue we are going to stick our gum over the top like that, and I'm going to press and hold it down and hope that it covers. Like I said, this is a bit of a messy part of the process, but anyway, hopefully eventually it will look cool. Remember, it's only the inside of the mat, no one's going to see up close. So I'm going to keep working on that little bit in the corner because it just ain't doing what I want it to do right now. There we go. Let's use this rubber, stick it in. A little bit of rubber action. Right. Okay. So. I see. Okay, so this part's going to fold over now. Blob of glue. Fold it over. And you have a gum, or an edge to a gum. In fact, I'm going to do this corner while we're at it. Fold it over, guys. And just going to chop that off because we don't really want that bit there, do we? All that bit. Lovely. Right, lovely. And then we're going to do the side of the gums. So nice line of glue here. Like I said, I've done this a lot. Please do it with somebody. It's a much better idea. I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to roll that into place. Ha ha! Look at that. It's quite a good idea. You've got a beautiful, neat line. Why didn't I think of that before? See? This is the thing with making something up as you go along, is that you come up with ideas as you go. So you guys are my guinea pigs, I'm afraid. Lucky you. I'm going to roll that on. That is genius. That works really, really well. Genius. Genius. Right. Good. Right. That was so. It was a bit of a fiddly process, but the thing is, you've then got yourself a really well-made mouth that opens really, really well. Okay. This is where you need your rolled up sock. This was a trial and error thing as well with, where is he? Where are you, mister? This buddy with his hat, I stuck the eyes on, and the eyes meant, the glue from the eyes means that it's really hard to squash my hand in between the roof of the mouth and the eyes, because this sock has been cured and will not stretch. So we use our other sock and we stuff between the roof of the mouth and where the eyes will be stuck. Okay. Okay, so there is my balled up sock. Okay, and that is so that we've got a stretched sock to stick our eyeballs onto. Okay, and then you will actually be able to fit your hand in. Otherwise, it's a nightmare. You want your eyeballs kind of just on top of that sock, basically. Whoop, like this. Okay, so it's really angled slightly forwards so that the camera sees the eyes, but not too near the nose. Okay, you don't need them that near. Like this is totally fine. Okay, fantastic. This is where you need your fine line pen. You draw around your ping pong ball. Fine liner is great because hopefully you're not going to see it too much. Okay, make sure you've got a nice neat thin line all the way round, and then with your second one make sure that you join the eyeballs up. That is so important, guys. You don't want your eyes pointing the wrong way and being separate. You want them like almost like one white blob. Okay, you want them touching. Trust me, I've done it the other way. It looks weird. Okay, it looks weird on camera. Here we go. So you now have, can you see that? You now have two circles for which you can now trace your glue gun around, and then you'll be able to stick these babies right on top really, really easily. Here we go. Carefully does it with the glue. If you're using wood glue, obviously you haven't got a problem, but with hot glue, just be a little bit careful that you're not dripping it on your fingers. Keep your fingers well out of the way. Whoop. Fabulousness. And finally, I'm going to stick my eyeball onto those glued eye sockets. And I'm going to hold them there for a minute because I want them to be stuck together. Really, really important. The thing I would say is if you're using wood glue, you're going to have to sit there and hold something together unless you've got a clamp, something like that. If you've got a clamp, if you've got a workshop in your house with woodwork tools and you've got a clamp that holds wood and things together, then great. If not, I'm afraid you are going to have to be a bit patient. If you want to get a glue gun that's safe for children, Hobbycraft have got child safety glue guns. They're really good. I use them in schools with classes of children. So I'm not against kids using glue guns, just, yeah, it's your choice really. So suddenly we have eyeballs, alright, which is great. I have used a paint pen, okay, a paint pen to colour in my little circular white stickers black. Okay, I did that earlier, alright, because they needed to dry. And now when I peel them off and stick them on, hopefully they're going to pop, look really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to face my puppet to me for this, so sorry you can't see this, but I want to make sure I get it right. And I would stand up, but I've got bad back, so I can't. So here we go. Stick those eyes on the front of my eyeballs because I want them looking at the camera. Okay. When I turn that round, you'll see you've got some rather fabulous eyes that just are so bright and they really pop. Now, with this guy here, I put some little felt circles on before sticking the eyes on. Nothing wrong with that. I happen to think both look really good. If we look at this dude here, he's got just the black eyeballs, okay? But they stand out really well, so it's up to you, alright? That is your basic sock puppet, guys, okay? That is all you need. I've forgotten to pull the sock out. You don't need that, that's just to help. So now that that's done, that's your basic sock puppet. The heel is on the head because the heel gets disguised by the hair, whereas if it's underneath it hangs a bit like a sort of frog's, like bulbous frog thing. You might like that, okay? Basically from here on in, it's your creativity that's going to make your puppet your own, okay? Quite apart from choosing the colour of your sock, this is going to be exactly the same as everyone else's. So you now have a responsibility to make yours amazing in any way that you like, okay? And that is where our craft tray comes in handy. Now, Hobbycraft, Amazon, The Works in Bath, really good value craft kits, okay? I'm going to show you the sort of things I've got to decorate my puppet. Move that glue gun out of the way. Quite difficult when you've got a bad back. Can't really do much. Anyway, here we go. Right, hopefully you can see this on camera. I'm going to get rid of my cutting mat for a minute. It's quite hard to line it up. No, yes, done. Right, so you can get all sorts of things. Pom-poms are great either to give your monster or your Muppet loads of spots, or for noses, or all sorts of other things. Feathers, they're quite cool. Okay, I was going to give a feather to that hat actually, but I didn't. Pipe cleaners, really good if you want stringy, crazy hair. You could have feathers on your monster's body if you want. Can I just make a plea that you don't use googly eyes on the eyeballs? They don't pop enough. That's why I've said the black circles. So I know they're there, but don't use them. Oh! There we go. I'll have to remember to clear that up later. Ribbon. Oh my gosh, so many things. And then this is really cool, guys. So I have found that they do sparkly foam and things. Okay, rainbow foam and stuff like that. Oh, get a look at that. I'm going to do a close-up of that. So cool. And actually I feel that you can cut that so easily into any shapes you want. So you could give your monster stars, if you like, out of glitter foam and glue the stars onto the body. Now, you don't have to do that. This wasn't the best star in the world, but when I put a bit of glue on that, I can glue that to my monster. So the foam is super, super useful, and you can cut amazing shapes out of it, all right? So that's one thing that I think is great. And I'm going to put my tray of crafts over here now. Whoopsie! Okay, I'm going to put my tray of crafts out of the way, and then I'm going to get going decorating my puppet. Okay, apart from my little craft tray over here, I've also got some pieces of material. These are fat quarters. You can order them online, or you can get them from places like Hobbycraft. They're really useful, okay? And they come in nice big squares of material in case you want to give your monster a cape. Okay, you might want to give your monster a cape like this one. Okay, Hobbycraft also have loads of other bits of material as well. That's where I got this gold stuff from. Okay, he's got a nice little cape. He's like my wizard muppet. Okay, so yeah, you might want to give your monster a cape. All right. They also have loads of different felt. Ha! Different animal prints there. All right, and they have crazy wool, or you can order it online. I bought this thick, bright coral stuff, and I've also got loads and loads of felt squares. All right, so there's loads of things you can decorate your puppet with, guys. Personally, this is a frog, but I'm going to sort of turn him a bit giraffe-esque, I think he's quite cool. So that's going to be, I'm going to use that felt as the basis for my little monster. And I'm going to make myself a cape. Get rid of that. Don't think you need the barcode on your cape, do you? Right, so this is where this comes in handy, guys. This is your decorating tool. Slip your sock, easy, over the top. So that he's like that, and that means that you can then attach all sorts of different things to your puppet, and it's already stretched like it would be on your arm. So I think it's quite a clever thing to do. I'm not really sure. I think I might give him a tie, actually. A tie in animal print might be quite cool. Or shall I just give him a cloak? Oh, it's tricky to decide. I'm going to give him a cloak, and then I might give him a tie in a different colour. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So, okay, cloak's really easy, guys. Line of glue. Yeah. Maybe double line it, just to be sure. Alright. Let's just get my glue gun pot. And then lie your animal on there and fold the cloak around like that, and over the top like that. It's like the easiest thing ever. I love it so much. I love glue guns. They're like my best friend. Oh, that's a bit weird. Anyway, sorry Charlie. Right, so yeah, so there we go, a cloak. I think I'm going to give him a tie. I think it might be quite cool. Let's do a tie in a really bright colour. I'm on a time clock here. Let's see, colour. Do I do red? Red's quite cool. Oh, it's so difficult to decide. Do I do turquoise? Turquoise cool. Love turquoise. It's like the sea, isn't it? Turquoise tie, gotta be. Brill. Fine line pen, really, really good for drawing on felt, in my opinion. So, I'm going to make it nice and fat and cartoon-like. The extra stuff, incidentally, is going to be used to go around the neck. So I'm going to cut myself a strip off there. This is me making it up as I go along. Please feel free to be as creative as you like. This is just me decorating it in one way, but I don't want them all looking the same. That would be very dull. Here we go then. So, tie. Doodle-doodle-doo. Okay, so once I've done that, and in fact I'm going to be a little bit clever with this, and I'm going to glue that slightly over the top of that to make it look a little bit more like a knot, not like a 2D drawing of a tie. There we go. So, sorry, you probably can't see this very well. Let's see if I can do that like that. Let's glue that on. Like that. Please stick, please stick, please stick. Well, to be honest, it's all going to be stuck to the Muppet in a minute, so it doesn't really matter. Then, let's put those on there. Back pain. No. Okay, so blob of glue on each side and stick that around, and suddenly you have yourself a little tie. Cute. I'm going to line down this way for this. Let's pop that tie straight on there straight away. Can you tell I'm rushing now? Got a time. I'm on a time clock. Okay, so let's do that. Boom. Hopefully that is going to stick. And then I'm going to stick it around there like that. So, a bit of glue on the back. Sorry, you can't really see what I'm doing now, can you? I'm putting a bit of glue on the back here, like that, and then this one like that. And suddenly he's got himself a tie. You see that? Sort of. Cool. Okay, so that's that. Now, if I had time, I'd do stripes on my tie with felt. I probably will later. Alright, but for now, I'm going to get on with this lovely dude's nose. Let's give him a nose. I'm going to give him a pom-pom nose. Do we want a red nose? Yes, we want a red nose. That's really cool. So, the nose should go in between the two eyeballs, okay? I mean, there's no rule, but I feel it looks best if stuck in between the two eyeballs there, like that. Okay, now I'm going to leave him there for a moment to sort of dry. And while I do that, I'm going to make some hair. Hair is really, really easy to make, guys. You get yourself a piece of card. This is an old mouth that I had. And you get yourself some wool. I might do dark hair for this one, I think. Let's give him some dark hair. Alright, so a piece of card, the wool, you wrap it around loads and loads of times. Woo! Nearly the elephant packed his trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off he went with a pumpety bump, trump, something, something, something. Did you know that if you sing that song twice through, that is the amount of time you need for CPR, apparently. Mind you, that was first aid about 3 years ago. It's probably changed since then. Right, I've wrapped it around a lot, okay. It's kind of just staying there around the card. And now I'm getting a little bit of wool ready, because I'm going to pull this off, place it over my wool, and I am going to tie it up. This is a little bit fiddly, but I promise it looks really cool when you've finished. Okay, I'm going to tie it in a double knot like that, if you wanted to, but I'm not going to, because I love the way that the hair goes a little bit crazy. So now that you've done that, you cut through all the rings of hair and you end up with an amazing haircut. Seriously, could rival any hairdresser that's opened recently. Suddenly you've got yourself a crazy little bit of hair. So now I'm going to stick on this dude here. Let's put him on there. So nice big blob of glue on the top of your thermos flask or whatever it is you're using, your brittle pot, and blob your hair on. And suddenly you have your own little monster. I would take him off now, but he needs a moment to dry. Having said that, the rest of it's dry. Let's do it. Let's go for it. It's the beauty of glue guns, isn't it? And if I put my hand in here now, suddenly we have got one very decorated, very cool, ow, it's still a bit hot. I don't advise you doing this, leave it to dry for a bit. Little puppet. Hey there, with my smart tie. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Life's a happy song when there's someone by your side to sing along. Brilliant. Right. Enjoy making, guys, and remember, be as creative as you can and make it as individual as you can. Maybe think about the character of your puppet. Is he a happy puppet, a grumpy puppet, a happy puppet, a sad puppet? How many other emotions do I think of? A nervous puppet? Okay, and think about how your puppet's going to be on camera. And that is that.